Hi FlossTube, it's Lorna the Ladybird Stitcher. Today is Thursday the 27th of July and I'm here with my end of July update. It's not quite the end of the month, but I do have time today and I probably won't have time for a little while after this, so I just thought I'd get this done today. It's quite warm today actually. It's about 20 degrees, which is unseasonably warm for this time of year. So it's a bit of a nice change from the cold, but I'm just a bit concerned about global warming and that kind of thing. It's probably, we're set to break a few records this weekend on how hot it's going to get, so that's really strange. Other than that, everything else is going well. I hope everyone's had a good fortnight. We've just come back from visiting my dad. It's about 45 minutes away at this time of the day due to traffic, and my daughter usually sleeps on the way home, and she did today, and sometimes she sleeps, she continues to sleep when we arrive home, but today she woke up. So I was hoping she'd sleep through, but unfortunately she hasn't. She's woken up and she's watching a bit of TV, so I'm hoping that we don't get too many interruptions, but she seems to be okay at the moment. Anyway, I'll go through what I did this month. First I'll go through questions. I received a couple of questions on my last video, so thank you everyone who commented on that. The first question was from Belinda at Aussie Stitcher. Hi Belinda. She asked, did you get the Nymo thread from 123 Stitch and what size did you get? I did buy some of my Nymo thread from 123 Stitch. I mentioned that I had a couple of rolls of it. I bought one from 123 Stitch and I bought another one from JK's Cross Stitching Supplies in Australia. They're a Facebook group which I will link below. Now as far as the size goes, I know they come in different sizes, but I don't know what size I actually have. But I don't know if you can see that. This is the packaging it came in, and it's a Mill Hill product, and I know the beads actually have a number up there. So this, I guess, is the same sort of thing, 40218. So I can't find the size on it anywhere. 9 yards, 100% nylon. There's nothing about a size on it, but that's it there. So the packaging on the JK's, from the JK's Cross Stitching Supplies, was a little bit different, so it may be a different size. I've actually thrown that packaging out though. But yeah, I don't know what size, I'm sorry about that. And I hope that this fits in the beading needles. I haven't actually tried it yet, but anyway, I'll soon find out, I guess. Stitching is my happy place, Marie. Hi Marie. She asked, I know that the Velcro for the Easy Stitch frames comes in 2 parts and that the fabric one is just cut off once the project is completed. Does the part that is used on the frame need to be replaced regularly, or is that a permanent fixture? So the Easy Stitch frame, which is this one, it has no basing system, which is basically Velcro on the rods and you put Velcro on the fabric. The Velcro on the rods doesn't come off, it's permanent. That stays on there, and I've never had it come off. It's pretty much, I don't think you'd be able to get it off easily. So that's permanent. You don't have to keep buying that one. You can buy it separately. So if you had some dowels and wanted to make them into a scroll rod, then you can buy it separately and put it on there. As far as the fabric goes, that one is replaceable, and you do have to change it every time you change your project. So I attach a roll of the Velcro up the top and the bottom of my project. It stays on for the length of the time that you're going to use it. So every time I switch projects, I'll still keep that piece of Velcro on the fabric, and when I want to use it again, it'll be there, and I can just attach that to my rods. But at the end of, when you've finished your project, you just cut it off, and the rest of the fabric's left for framing. So you only replace the Velcro that attaches to the fabric. And then Meredith Hatfield, Hi Meredith, thanks for watching. She mentioned that Nimo thread comes in a variety of colours and you can match almost any colour thread. So I wasn't sure about that in my last video, but she's confirmed that it does come in a variety of colours. So not just white and black, but different colours. And I did actually go on to 123 Stitch after my last video and had a look. And it does come in packs of different colours. So yeah, so it is a handy little thing. I still haven't tried it yet, so I'm sorry I cannot give you my opinion on how it is, but I know that Jessie swears by it and quite a few other people have started using it too, so I'm looking forward to using it as well. I took part in the Dog Days of Summer sale, which was hosted by Cross Stitch Finish Line. And basically it was spelling out the letters of summer over 6 days. So SUMMER. Started on the 14th of July with S for summer, or S for something to do with the seashore. I stitched on Happily Ever After, and here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. Here it is now. So that's it there, and the July block that's the July block there, and it is Wind in the Willows. So that's really cute. This one is being stitched on 28 count Opal Lagana in Ice Ice Baby by Colour Cascade Fabrics. And it's a very pale blue, but it does have more blue in it than you can see on the screen. It's also an opalescent fabric, so I'm not sure if you can see that through the screen. It is a beautiful fabric, and I really like this. I like the look of this project. Working on it is starting to become a little bit tedious. I'm not sure why that is. I'm also thinking that I think my tastes have changed so much in that these cutesy figures aren't really for me anymore. I'm finding them a little bit too... I mean, this isn't for me, it's going to be for my daughter anyway. She's only 3, so it'll be a while before she grows out of this kind of thing, but yeah, I don't think I'll be doing another stitch along next year. I'm getting a bit frustrated with the monthly stitch alongs. So, like the mystery ones that I'm doing. But anyway. Yeah, so I worked on that one on the 14th of July, as well as... no, that was it. The 14th of July I started on this block, and I completed it after the sale was finished. So yeah, that's that one. The 15th of July, we've got a little visitor. She's come to say hello. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, FlossTube.
Hi, Flossie.
Right, so 15th of July was you for something to do with an umbrella. And I worked on Travel Through Europe. Here's what it looked like the last time you saw it.
Yeah. Where?
And here it is now. And this month's block was Paris. Paris! Do you remember Paris? The reason I chose this one for something to do with an umbrella is when I was in Paris it was pouring rain, so I just thought...
Mom, what are those?
So this is Paris. I've done the banner in white for this one. I can't remember, I think it's Vienna next, and I'll make that one red, and then I can't remember what this one is, but I was going to make that one white as well. I think it might be Switzerland, or it might be Switzerland here and then Vienna there. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it's going to be white, red, white. So that's Paris there. And again, I am getting frustrated with these. I think it's the fabric I've chosen in this case. And again, it's a bit too cutesy for me. This one I'm stitching on 14 count Aida. I'm not a big fan of Aida, but I had this piece of fabric from a project I was working on. So I decided to use it for this. I'm not gonna start again, but yeah, I'm not enjoying it as much as I thought I would, unfortunately. But I'll link down below to the group that I've got a group for this particular project, Travel Through Europe. I am asking people to answer a question before they join, and that's because I think a lot of travel agents were finding it, and I was getting a lot of people saying I work in the travel I was getting a lot of people asking to join who are from the travel industry and just wanting to join because it was a European thing. So I have also had a couple of spammers, so I've made it so that you can't join without answering a question first. So if you don't answer that question, unfortunately, I'm not going to approve your request to join. But I'll link that below. Oh, and also there is the first section isn't actually linked anywhere. You have to join. Okay, darling, just sit down, okay? You have to sign up to DMC before you'll receive the first section, and I've had a lot of feedback that they're actually not sending it anymore. I'm not sure why, but a lot of people who have started to sign up now aren't receiving it. If that's the case, unfortunately, even though it's free, it is still copyrighted, so I cannot send you the pattern. I don't have it anymore because it was emailed to me once I stitched it. I deleted it, but I'm not allowed to send it to you anyway. I have found that all the patterns have the P for Pinterest button that you can, yeah, so if you're not receiving it, have a look on Pinterest. You might be able to find it on there. So yeah, I have looked, it is on Pinterest. I'm not going to link anywhere because I'm not sure that that's allowed, and I'm not sure that it's legal on Pinterest, but if you really want it and you've tried to request and you've tried to join and they're not sending you the first pattern, then there's another option for you. The 16th of July was M for Munchies, sorry, M for any designer or pattern that begins with M, and I used Lady of the Mist, and that is this one, and here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. And actually, I won't show you that. I'll show you what it looked like at the end of the 16th of July. So that's there. The next one is M for Munchies, and that was stitched something related to food, and I stitched on Travel Through Europe, the Paris block again, and that was because Paris is known for its baguettes and beautiful food. So that was the M for Munchies. 18th of July was E for Eternity, and it was to work on that project that seems like it's taking forever to finish, and again I pulled out Lady of the Mist, and here's what it looked like when I finished on that day. And then the 19th of July was R stitch using a red colour floss, and that was, I pulled out Stocking Faithful Friends by Hade. Excuse me. Here's what it will look like when it's finished. And here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. There it is now. This is 25 count Lagana 1/1. I didn't work on this much. I did get a little bit of this section down here done. So there's a bit of red there. Really not enjoying this piece. I'm not sure why. I don't know. Maybe I don't think I was in the mood for full coverage pieces this month. I don't know what it was, but yeah. But yeah, I did get a little bit done. But that was the only day I worked on it this month. So the other project I worked on was Juliet, and here's what it will look like the last time you saw it. Sorry, here's what it will look like when it's finished, if it ever gets finished. Here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. And here's where it is now. And I spent a weekend on this one. Again, it's 25 count Lagana 1/1 full crosses. There's my little flower. I think it's a tulip. Tulip needle minder from Needle Minder Obsession here in Australia. And I basically did most of this column. Cross Stitch Finish Line was having a stitch-a-thon this weekend, so if you stitch 500 stitches you qualify for some drawing at the end of the year, and I managed to do I think about 650 stitches. So yeah, I was trying to finish this column, but I didn't quite get there. Wasn't really feeling this one either this month. I did give it the weekend that I promised. I'll start that sentence again. I've promised myself that I will work on this for at least one weekend a month, every month this year. And so I did give it that time this month. But it was a busy weekend. July has been really busy. I'm not sure why. But yeah, I didn't have much time to work on it, and I really wasn't looking forward to working on it either. I think the other reason for that is because I've got this goal of wanting to finish Lady of the Mist, and I've just been wanting to spend all my time on Lady of the Mist. And so I did work on it quite a bit. I'm not going to take it out of the frame, I'm sorry. I'll take it out of the frame for next month, and you can see it, the full thing there. But here's where it is at the moment. So everything up to there is done. And there isn't much left. I'm just looking for the pattern so I can show you. Okay. So that's it there. I'm sorry, it's not really ideal, but it's just a hassle getting it back in this frame, and I really just want to start working on it again when I finish this video. But it's basically, I'm up to about there. So that white patch there is that there. That's actually stitched. A lot of that is stitched anyway, so that's there. So I don't have much to do. I don't have much left. Everything above that little bit of white there is stitched. Everything up there is done except for the beading and the border. I still need to stitch the border. But then it's just a matter, a lot of these ribbons are all done, and a lot of this outer skirt is done. It's really just this bottom section here that I just need to fill in. So it's getting there, and I'm really enjoying working on it. I feel like I just want to stitch on this all the time because I really just want to get it done now. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So that's Lady of the Mist by Mirabilia. In working progress for about 9 years. Sorry, darling? Yeah, I'll come out soon, darling. I'll just finish this off, okay? Okay, darling. Yeah, so I'm really enjoying it. And then I had a couple of finishes. I mentioned last month that I wanted to finish Daughters by Lizzie Kate. That's this pattern here. It's just a snippet. It's very, very quick. My daughter's birthday is at the end of August, and I just wanted to finish this month so that I'd have it done and I can just get it framed next month. I'm just going to buy a frame and do it myself. Here's what it looked like the last time you saw it. And there it is now. You will notice that I didn't do the frame that the pattern calls for. So that's the pattern. I didn't do the frame that goes around it, and that's because I think the frame will probably make it too close to the edge. I didn't get a very big piece of fabric, but I didn't want to do the frame anyway. I just wanted to get it done. And I think when I put it in a frame, like in a wooden frame or plastic frame or whatever I end up getting, it won't really need a stitched frame, so I didn't bother with that. But it says daughters are a special joy, and here it is. It's number 517 if you ever want to look for it. So there. It's a very small pattern. The pattern itself fits on half of this, or a little bit over half of that, so it's really small. But yeah, there's that one. And then I was working on Little Witch by Verbena. Oh, sorry, Daughters is stitched on, this one is being stitched on 28 count opal linen in Dawn Light by Stitches and Spice. So, and it's an opal linen, opal casual linen. Little Witch by Verbena. I will link Verbena down below. She's got some really cute patterns. She's on the Etsy store. They're not only cute, they're just nice small patterns, but really I really like them. So have a look. You might find something you like. It's an Etsy store. I'll link it below. Here's what Little Witch looked like the last time you saw it. And here it is now, and it's finished. And this was stitched on 28 count opal casual linen in Sugarcane Crunch, also by Stitches and Spice. So I'm really happy with that. I was doing this for the Sale I'm Not Forgotten sale, which is being run by McKenna at Every Stitch Counts. Now, I am not much of a Halloween person. Halloween in Australia has really only sort of become popular in the last maybe 10 years to 15 years. So it kind of skipped my childhood. So I've never really grown up with Halloween. But I do like the history of Salem and the witch trials and that kind of thing. So that's why I stitched it. Having said that, I wouldn't mind putting this... Oh, good. You're going to go and play?
Yeah, in a minute when you just finished.
Okay, darling. I won't be long, okay?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind sort of buying a black frame, putting it in there, and just having it out during October. I think it'll look cute just sitting somewhere.
Mom, I take the back out. I take the pink bag over there.
Yeah, okay. All right, darling.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So that was it for my... I'm just checking. Yeah, that's it for my whips. I have got some haul on its way, but not a lot of it has made it to me. My order from 123 Stitch is still being held up because they're still waiting on a roll of the Velcro for fabric, which I ordered for my Easy Stitch frames. The company that produces these, called American Treasures, I think, they have decided to stop trading, and I think everyone just wants to stock up on the fabric Velcro. I wrote to them again this morning. It's going to be a month tomorrow since I last placed the order. And I wrote to them this morning and I said, look, if it still hasn't arrived, maybe just send me everything else. I didn't order much. I just ordered some fabric, a snag nabbit, because I've lost my other needle. I don't know where that is. I hope no one sits on it or steps on it. I'm pretty sure it's still in the packet, but it's just completely disappeared. I don't know where it's gone. Yeah, just some beading needles. So it's not a massive order, but I'm kind of thinking they may not get it. They said that they've got one that they can send me, but I ordered two. So I kind of said, well, if you haven't got it yet, do you think you will get it? And if you don't think so, then maybe I can change my order and get something else for that money. I don't know. And then from my fabric of the month from Colour Cascade Fabrics hasn't arrived yet. Tammy said that it's on its way, or not on its way. It's packed and ready to go. This is the June fabric of the month. Apparently she dyed it at the beginning of July and set it aside and forgot about it. So hopefully it will be sent tomorrow, because she likes to send things out on Fridays, and I'm hoping it'll come next week. I will also get my July fabric of the month at some point. I also ordered a piece of fabric to stitch yesteryears on, which I'm planning to stitch for my dad for Father's Day. But if that doesn't arrive soon, I may change my mind on that project. I'm not sure yet. Just because I'm starting to feel like there isn't much time left to stitch that. So yeah, that's going to be another parcel from that's going to come to me at some point about that. An order that did arrive during this month was from Stitching Bits and Bobs, and it's basically thread and beads, so no charts or anything. But I did get some Krennic, 2 pieces of Krennic, and this is, the gold is...
Mum, Daddy will home soon.
Yeah, he'll be home soon, darling.
Yeah.
This is 028L, very fine number 4 braid. So that's gold. And this one is, again, very fine number 4 braid, 5982. That's a green. These and the beads I'm about to show you are all for either, well, they're all for Joan Elliott projects, either Belle de Mer, which I haven't started yet, or Ladybird Fairy, which I started at the beginning of this month for Joan Elliott July, which I will link below.
Yeah.
So there's
and you pick pink.
These nice red beads, and they are 03049. Just white beads, 02010.
Well, what are you making?
This will be a fairy. I think I'm using these for 03047, and they are a dark blue, and 02014, and these are
that.
That's those. And then I ordered some
interesting
Gentle Arts sampler threads. And I'm not going to go through all of these. If you really want me to,
Mum, I'm reading this paper.
Oh, okay, darling. If you really want me to go through these colours, please ask me in the comments below. But I'm not going to go through all of them. But that's basically the colours that Strawberry Fields Forever calls for.
That's one
and I'm really looking forward to starting this. I've just got a bit too much on at the moment, but that's what these are for. It does call for some Weeks Dye Works, but in my experience...
That one's going to back too pink.
Yeah. In my experience, Weeks Dye Works doesn't have
It's my go to the lid.
Okay, darling. Shh. Okay, I'm nearly finished. Okay. In my experience, Weeks Dye Works doesn't have much variegation, so I'm going to just replace that with DMC rather than spend the money on Weeks Dye Works. And then books. I finished My Cousin Rachel by Daphne du Maurier, and I enjoyed it. It was a page turner. It kept me interested. If you're looking for surprises, I didn't find it all that surprising. I kind of saw what was coming pretty early on. It was kind of obvious to me. Just, I guess if you know the style of Daphne du Maurier, which I'm not really...
That's when it's get too pink.
Yeah. I'm not really a huge... I mean, I've only read one other book by her, which was Rebecca. And I loved it. But I know that she's a kind of author that has... Sorry. She has thrillers. And I kind of knew that My Cousin Rachel would have something like that. And if you see some of the covers and the movie that's out, if you see the poster regarding that, you know that there's something dark and gory that might happen in it. And it wasn't too much of that, but it was kind of obvious what was going to happen to me anyway. But it was still a good read. I enjoyed it. It kind of kept me turning the pages. So I'll probably give it a 3.5 to 4 stars. Heidi, so 3.5 to 4 stars on that one. I'm now reading The Handmaid's Tale, which I got from the library. Really enjoying this one. Heidi, stop please. Really enjoying this one. I'm only about halfway through, or maybe a little bit over.
I'm taking my hair, so
yeah. No. Okay, darling. Yeah, it's almost exactly
That's when
like
you get two blues.
TV series.
That's when you get two blues and two blinks.
Oh yeah, yeah, I can see that. That's good, darling. I'm up to episode 6, I think. So I've watched 5 episodes
Mum,
of The Handmaid's Tale, and so far the book seems to be almost exactly the same. There's a couple of variances.
You can't use them.
I'm finding it really good. It's a page turner. It's keeping me really interested.
It's shaping the lips.
It's about a dystopian. I'm kind of seeing, this was written in the 80s, I believe. It's by Margaret Atwood.
One for off.
Where is it written?
One for off.
Can you pick it up, please, darling?
Sure. One for off.
Yeah, 1985.
Mum,
to be honest,
you don't need to use these net anymore.
It's scary on what could happen if you let some,
interesting,
I guess, extreme
that's when it's get blue
ideas
and red.
If you let them take
that's
hold.
when it's get blue.
Okay, darling, just quiet, okay? If you let some extreme ideas take hold,
have to be
I think
quiet.
this could be seen as quite realistic. It's a really good book. I highly recommend it. So far, 4 stars. I have an issue with the way it's written. It's very short, quick sentences. Darling, just quiet, please. I'm nearly finished, okay? So yeah, anyway, really recommend this one, The Handmaid's Tale. And I'm also reading Heidi by Joanna Spyri. This is a classic. I named my daughter after this book. I have read it before, but I read the children's versions.
You don't need them anymore.
I will need them, darling. Please don't lose them. I have read this before, but in the children's picture book forms when I was a child. My daughter's name is Heidi. I loved it as a child, but my friend told me that it is a really good novel. So that I should pick up the novel and read that as well. So I got this from the library. I saw it there and decided that it's about time I read it. And I've only just started, so yeah. But that's Heidi by Joanna Spyri. On the 1st of August, Heaven and Earth Designs are going to be releasing their 5th, I believe, challenge. There has been hints on the page that it's going to be a challenge that has been visited before. If that's the case, if it's a challenge where you kind of have to do a page using a method that they've already challenged us with, I may not take part. I'm not sure, because I kind of don't see the point. I've done it before, so and I do want to finish Lady of the Mist, so I'm probably going to spend most of my time next month on Lady of the Mist. But anyway, so we'll see what the challenge is. I may pick that up, and if I do, I usually use Mini Cinderella on the Stairs to work on the challenges, the hay challenges, so I may work on that one. I'll also give Juliet a weekend, whether it's at the beginning of the month or the end of the month, I'm not sure. I guess it depends on how much other full coverage piece I'm doing. The August block of Happily Ever After will be out on the 2nd of August in my time zone. So I think the clue for that was a Middle Eastern story. So
Mum,
maybe
there's no left.
I hesitate to
Mum,
guess because I've got it so wrong in the past, but maybe Alabama and 40 Thieves, I'm thinking. I don't know. And then the Travel Through Europe block, I think it might be Bern in Switzerland, I think is the next one, and that will be released on the 2nd Friday of the month in August. I haven't been to Bern, but I have been to Lucerne in Switzerland, and the picture is of a covered bridge. Lucerne has a beautiful covered bridge, so I'm just going to keep the picture and change the banner to Lucerne. so that's my plans for August.
Yay!
I'm also planning to work on Lady of the Mist for most of the month. That's still going to be my focus piece.
Yay!
Other than that, we'll see what happens. Thank you so much for watching, for putting up with my interruptions. I'm really sorry. For commenting and liking. If you have any questions, please leave them below. Have a wonderful couple of weeks, and I'll see you in the middle of August. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.